Good evening, everybody, and welcome. I love to be saying the new renovated Fraser Field, just out with the sun shining and big blue skies and clouds way off in the distance, white clouds. It looks absolutely gorgeous. They did a great job renovating this park. We've got Catholic Central League action. St. Mary's, the Spartans, taking on Bishop Feehan, the Shamrocks. And Bishop Feehan, a very long trip to get here. For a 4 o'clock game, they must have started like at noontime to get here. Tommy Falaska, usually behind the plate, he's on the mound in this one. I had the privilege of knowing his grandfather, Skippy, who was an outstanding player, played with Tony Canigliaro. And when it came to watch Tony, to possibly sign Tony, Skippy Falaska wound up being signed. So baseball in the blood of Tommy Falaska. Swing and a miss. This is Owen Mortis. He's a JV player, getting a start here on the varsity and leading off, playing shortstop. I looked at the varsity roster they gave me, and I couldn't find Owen Mortis. I couldn't find Mortis. I was looking for his first name. Luckily, the roster they gave me included the JVs and the freshmen. He's on the junior varsity roster. Hit foul to the backstop. Still a bit of work to do here. Work on the lights, work on the dugouts, and work on the backstop. The backstop is up, but there's nothing on top. The ball can come right into the press box if we're not alert. Swing and a miss. Falaska starts it with a strikeout. St. Mary's looking to go over 500. They're 6-6. Bishop Feehan looking to stay over 500. They're 7-6. Eric Everton, the head guy for Bishop Feehan. Derek Dana, along with his longtime assistant. He's got a couple, but the longtime assistant, Timmy Fowler, they've been together for a long time. They played together. They were pitcher-catcher on a couple of championship teams at St. Mary's. And they've coached a couple of state championships here at St. Mary's. They've done a tremendous job with the Spartans. Didn't miss by much, breaking down and away. I mentioned Falaska used to be the catcher. Doing the catching for him now is Kyle Doney. Swing and a miss for strike three. This is the first time I've seen Tommy Falaska on the mound. Every time I've seen him, he's been behind the plate a couple of times at third base, but I've never seen him on the mound. Jacob Rosati. The catcher for the Shamrocks. So it's great for these young men. St. Mary's, English, Classical, Tech, KIP, playing on this outstanding facility, and all the young men and young ladies playing over at Fraser Field. Two outstanding facilities here in the city. We are truly blessed, and the athletes in the city are truly blessed. Colleges would like to have these two places. The Navigators will play here during the summer, led by the great January family. Fisher College will come back, I assume, next year, after taking a year off from here. Swing and a miss. What a start for Falaska. Strikes out the side, swinging. Can't do much better than that. 3 up, 3 down. And St. Mary's will get an opportunity to get on the board first. It'll be the guy who struck out the first three, Tommy Falaska, leading off. Michael Domeno, the shortstop, will bat second. Batting third and playing center field, Tad Giardina. The DH, Chris Marks, will be hitting for the catcher, Kyle Doney, batting fourth. Batting fifth, playing left field, Seth Sullivan. The first baseman, Shane Newhall, will hit number 6. Batting seventh and playing third base, Jared Payon. Cam McGonigal, the right fielder, will hit number 8. And bringing up the tail end of the batting order, playing second base and batting ninth, Isaiah Weston. On the mound is George Sakados, lefty, on the mound for Bishop Feehan. Action, as usual, going on at Manning Field. I think it's a track meet. St. Mary's will be part of the 4 teams finishing up the regular season here at Frazier Field at the last weekend of May for the second annual Dougie Mullins Tournament. St. Mary's English, Classical, and Swampscott, honoring the outstanding young man who was a very good athlete, went on to be an assistant coach, coached the Legion team, and then became a coach with Joe Caponegro at English, and then took over at English. And he passed away way too soon. He was grieved by many, so they'll remember him exactly the way he would like to be remembered, with a baseball tournament. So Tommy Falaska, pretty good football player too. St. Mary's winning the Super Bowl. St. Mary's had a great year this year. I don't know, it has to be a record because one school having 4 state finalists and winning 2. Up and away for a ball. They won the Super Bowl. The girls won the state championship in basketball. Boys basketball and girls hockey went to the finals. That one bounces to home plate, 2-0. Hit foul back and out of play. On the inside corner, the count evens at 2. Way up and away. So we got our first payoff pitch, 3-2 coming pitcher against pitcher here, starting the bottom of the first inning. Falaska thought it was ball 4. He took a step towards first. The umpire rings him up. So Chicago starts the way Falaska started, with a strikeout. The bunt, they get it down nicely. It's dropped at first base. I think he had a beat anyway. I'm going to give him a base hit. He got the bunt down. The pitcher being lefty had to get it, make a turn. It would have been bang, bang at first, but the ball was dropped anyway. So St. Mary's has the first base runner. Tad Giardina has had a very good career at St. Mary's. Very good hockey player, very good baseball player. Helped them win a couple of state championships. Up and away for a ball. And I have to mention his father. I coached his father in CYO basketball. So I'm deep into the Giardinas. Diving back at first is Domeno. Both dugouts are up on the top step, rooting on each other. High for a ball. They played Giardina just about straight over the center field, is straight, dead center field. Right field or left field are just a few yards off the line. Up and away for ball 3, so he'll take a good look at this one. Scattering of fans here for a Tuesday afternoon start. In for a strike. He'll have the green light here, but it's going to be a pitch he can handle. Both parking lots jammed with the track going on over at Manning and baseball going on here at Frazier. Swing and a miss, he gets him. 3-2. So Chicago's fell behind 3-0 now. He's got it 3-2. Chased that pitch. That was almost in the catcher's glove. In on the hands, he swung right through it. I thought they might have Domeno going on the 3-2 pitch, but he's still at first base. Chris Marks, the DH, part of that football team that won the Super Bowl. Outstanding defense, made some big catches as a receiver for St. Mary's. Throw over, diving back again is Domeno. High for a ball. So Kaz has thrown a few pitches in his first inning. He's fallen behind all of the hitters. He's come back to strike out 2 of them. On the inside corner for a strike. The runner, Domeno, took off. It fouled back to the backstop. And we got our first deuce as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Let's see if Domeno goes again. That was ball 3, but with 2 strikes, you got to protect the plate. That was a high pitch. He just got a piece and fouled it off. Everybody looking down at third base. Derek Dana coaching third, flashing signs. Domeno gets a little more of a lead now. Takes off, hit down the left field line. It's going to hook foul. Domeno was off and running. Marks hit it well, but got out in front and pulled it foul. Up and away. So automatic hit and run now for Domeno. 2 outs, 3-2 on Marks. First baseman backs off. Domeno takes off down and away, ball 4. So a strikeout, a bunt single, a strikeout, and a walk Puts 2 on with 2 out for Seth Sullivan, the left fielder. So he came from behind to get the 2 strikeouts. He didn't come from behind to get marks. Sullivan takes the first pitch on the inside corner for a strike. Hit foul off the backstop. Punch down to first base. Easy play for the first baseman, Jack Johnson. So St. Mary's leaves 2. And at the end of 1, we're right back where we started, dead even. St. Mary's nothing, Bishop Feehan nothing, going into the second inning. Ryan Eldridge is the DH for the pitcher. He leads off the top of the second inning against Tommy Falaska. So St. Mary's threatened, but with 2 outs, and they get the easy ground ball to first to get out of it. Missing inside, 2-0. In for a strike. Hit the shot. Demana with it. Good strong throw over to Newhall. First put out that's not a strikeout. Brett McCaffrey, the right fielder, will be the hitter. Eldridge hit it right on the nose, but hit right at the shortstop. Demano made the nice play. In for a strike. That hard shot, the shot very smoothly on the turf, the new turf. Reaches for that curveball, hits it up in the seats. They renovated here. They're going to do some work on the softball field down at Breed. They're completely doing over behind Lynn Tech. Going to put turf down there. The city is going to be absolutely a place where everybody wants to be. Perfect pitch on the outside corner. Froze McCaffrey. 4th strikeout for Falaska. Randon May, the second baseman, will be the hitter. Bishop Feehan has brought a few fans. That's a long trip. Lined into left field. He jumped on the first pitch for a base hit. So Falaska had retired 5 in a row to start the game. May jumped on the first pitch and lined in the left field for a base hit. First hit, first base runner for Feehan. Damon Frenette, the left fielder, will be the hitter. Throws left, bats left. Wide for a ball. Donnie behind the plate, along with his brother Dosh. I did their games when they played in the Gallant tournament over in Salem. They were part of the Lynn contingent that won the tournament. So I've been watching them play for a while. Lined into center field. Giardina right there. Hit it right at the center fielder. Fournette hit it well, but he didn't get lucky because he couldn't find a spot. So Feehan gets the first base runner with the first hit. Velasquez picks up his fourth strikeout. And once again, St. Mary's will have a chance to get on the board first. It'll be 6, 7, and 8. Shea Newhall, Jared Payon, Cam McGonigal to face George Sacados, who will be starting his second inning of work. He gave up a hit and a walk, but he got 2 strikeouts. Gorgeous day again. Bright blue skies. All the white clouds are way behind. They're off behind. Never mind Fraser Field. They're behind Manning Field. They're way out there, out in the outfield. Comfortable day, and we got a few fans. As I mentioned, a few of the Feehan fans made the trip. Shea Newhall will lead it off. Part of that outstanding Newhall family. They're doing an awful lot for the St. Mary's community and for the Lynn community as well. Jeff Newhall, the outstanding athletic director and girls basketball coach, who's won quite a few state championships. He's won 3 in a row now with his girls. He does a tremendous job. On the outside corner, very quickly. Third strikeout for Sucados. Jared Payon, the third baseman, will be the hitter. Good foul to the backstop. Wide for ball. Low for ball. We're putting the camera on the woman who's up against the backstop. I don't know if she's streaming this or whatever she's doing. She's standing up through the whole game. Or through the first 2 innings. She's stretching. She's going to be tired at the end of the game. She's got that spot, and she's either filming it or streaming it or whatever she's doing with it. She's got the camera up against the backstop, and she's doing a pretty good job. Jared Payon grounds out third to first for the second out. Cam McGuire, the right field, will be the hitter. It's going to be tough for her to stand there for 7 innings stretching like that. Swing and a miss. Gargle obviously hitting from the left side. Hit to second base. Big hop for the second baseman. So after giving up a hit and a walk in the first inning and getting out of it, Sucados has a 1-2-3 inning in the second. Still nothing to choose between these two Catholic Central League enemies. St. Mary's, nothing. Feehan, nothing at the end of 2. 9-1-2 for the Shamrocks of Bishop Feehan as we start the third inning. 8-9-1. I almost skipped over Benjamin Cody, the center fielder. Velasquez starting his third inning. Hit foul to the backstop. Jammed him and he hits it foul up over everything. That was way up and in. So quickly 0-2. That camera person that we showed you doing all the work, she's got to be careful too about balls hit off the backstop, because the camera is tied into the backstop. That one didn't miss by much. Just missed outside. 1-2 the count. They're shading Cody to right field. He reached for that one, just a little love tap. Good hustle by Velasquez to get over to first base. Newhall went way to his right to go get it. Just a little half swing, almost like a swinging bunt. The play goes 3-1 for the out. One up, one down for Jack Johnson, the first baseman. So he fooled him on that pitch. He just stuck the bat out, made contact, and hit a little dribbler down. Newhall made the play, and great hustle by Velasquez to get to first base for the putout. So 7 putouts so far. Velasquez has been involved in 5 of them. 4 strikeouts and now a putout at first base. Swing and a miss. It's got to be a multiple event over at Meeting Field. We got buses all over the place. We got like 6 buses over in the Meeting Field parking lot. Lined in the center field for a base hit. So the number 9 hitter gets the second hit for Feehan. Had to bring up the top of the order. Owen Mortis, the shortstop, struck out swinging, leading off the ballgame. He was one of 3 that Velasquez struck out in the first inning. Swing and a miss. Bunts it, pushed it too far. Velasquez makes the easy play. He'll get credit for a sacrifice. I think he was trying to get a base hit. Shamrocks get their first runner in scoring position. St. Mary's had 1 in the first inning with 2 outs. Feehan now has a runner at second with 2 outs. Shane Evans was struck out swinging in the first inning. Velasquez helped himself with a nice defense on the bunt. Jammed him and he swung at it anyway. That was way up and in. Off his shoulder, he punches it foul past the Feehan dugout. So Velasquez got some help on that pitch. That breaks down and away for a ball. Evans stepped out. Velasquez stepped off. We'll get back to baseball. Down and away for a ball. In for a strike. Up and in for a ball. And I think this is a pinch hitter. They found up what they do is they put the right name down, but they put the wrong number down. So I said Jacob Rosati, the catcher. It's actually Ian Moser. So it's number 7, not number 6. I made up the order with the number 6 as the catcher. And I just noticed now that he's number 7. Curveball drops in for a strike. Reaches for that and fouls it away. 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the third in a scoreless game. Tony holds on to the foul tip. He strikes out the batter for his 5th strikeout. And he did what Chicanos did in the first inning. Chicano in the first inning had out, a hit, and out, a walk, and got a ground ball to get out of it. In the top of this 3rd inning, Velasquez got an out, a hit, an out, a walk, and he gets a strikeout to get out of it. So they're matching back and forth. So the hit and the walk don't do any damage. We'll move into the bottom half of the 3rd. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Spartans. Again, they'll have a shot at getting on the board first. We'll have our first doubleheader here at the renovated Frazier Field. Lynn Tech will be playing under the lights after this one. And then Thursday night, we'll have the granddaddy here, English and Classical. Under the lights. Isaiah Weston, the second baseman, will lead off for the Spartans. Top of the order, the pitcher, Tommy Velasco, on deck. Third baseman is, I don't know if they know about Weston, or if they played. I don't know if they played this year yet. If this is the first or second meeting, but the third baseman is way in at third base. He backed up a couple of steps, but he's still in front of the bag. In for a strike. 2-1 the count. Hit foul down the first base side. Hit in the air to right field. Couple of steps to his left. McCaffrey out in right field makes the play. One up, one down in the third. Tommy Velasco was called on a strike. He thought it was ball forward, took a step towards first base. The umpire said strike three. Pitching wide for a ball. Caught the inside corner for a strike. Up and away for a ball. Down and in. 3-1. A couple of more fans showed up. On the inside corner, the count goes full. So the payoff pitch up and coming. Hit dead center field. The center field was playing right there. Cody makes the play. Velasco hit it well, but he hit it right to the center fielder. 2 up, 2 down. Michael Tomato laid down a bunt and beat it out for a base hit. Hit the center field. Long run for the center fielder. Cody makes his second straight play, covering a lot of territory. 7 in a row retired by Chicanos. Still nothing to choose between these two Catholic Central League foes. St. Mary's nothing, Bishop Feehan nothing at the end of 3. Middle of the order for Feehan as we start the 4th inning. 4, 5, and 6. Ryan Eldridge, the DH, grounded out short to first. He hit it solidly, but hit it right at the shortstop, and Domeno threw him out. Chops it to first. Newhall will make the play himself. Big high chopper. 1 up, 1 down. Brett McCaffrey was called out on strikes. Missing just wide for a ball. High for a ball. Another hit to first base. Newhall will make another play by himself. So Newhall takes care of the first two hitters. Brandon May hit the first pitch he saw into left field for the first hit for Feehan. He got stranded at first base. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. So here's a fairly young team. They only have 4 seniors. Wide for a ball. Good waste pitch by Velasquez trying to get May to chase. Pitch down and away. Yeah, we got another deuce as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Keeps his record intact. He's got at least 1 strikeout in every inning. A 1-2-3 inning. Second in 4 innings for Velasquez. 6 strikeouts through 4 innings. And Chicanos will start his 4th inning of work. He's been outstanding on the mound as well, giving up only the bunt single and a walk. He's retired the last 7 in a row. St. Mary's got Domeno as far as second base after he got a bunt single and saw Marks walk with 2 outs, but grounded to first, got St. Mary's out of it. And he haven't had a base runner since. So the hit and the walk all came in the first inning. Three, 4, and 5 for St. Mary's. Tad Giardina, Chris Marks, Seth Sullivan will be the 3 hitters to face George Chicanos. But she feeling a little older. They have 8 seniors. And the pitcher Chicanos is one of those. Hit foul to the backstop. It doesn't make any difference whether you're right hand or left hand. They play everybody straight away. The center fielder plays dead center field. You could draw a line from home plate over the mound, over second, right to the center fielder. Up and away for a ball. The Giardina family sitting right down in front of us, rooting for their son. Up and away for a ball. Evens the count at 2. Swing and a miss. He gets him. Chris Marks drew a walk. hits the first pitch into center field. Cody coming on, makes another play. 3 of the last 4 outs have been to center field. Seth Sullivan tapped one to first base his last at bat. His first at bat. On the inside corner. Seth is a spot in the left fielder. Missing wide for a ball. Way down and in. 3-1. Hit foul off the catcher. And it kind of goes full 3-2. The payoff pitch up and coming. Hit right back. Socados, that's a life-saving catch. He went down on his knees and flashed the glove and made the play. His life just passed before him, catching that line drive. He's retired 10 in a row. And we still have nothing to choose between these two. St. Mary's nothing, Bishop Feehan nothing, going into the 5th inning. 7, 8, and 9 for the Shamrocks to face Tommy Falasca starting the 5th inning. In for a strike. Damon Fournette hit it well, but lined it right to the center fielder, Giardina. Back in the 2nd inning. Just reaches out and taps it the other way, foul. Little half swing. Quickly 0-2. We mentioned before, he bats left, throws left. Chased that pitch that was down and in like a golf shot, and they throw him out at first base. Nice play by Newhall to pick that throw. Seventh strikeout, he's got at least one in every inning. Benjamin Cody tried a bunt and he pushed it too far and Falasca threw him out. Curveball drops in for a strike. It's kind of wacky for baseball jerseys. They've got numbers like at bat is number 12, which isn't too bad. But on deck is number 42, which would normally be football. They've got 20s and 30s and single digits. In for a strike. Question was that going to go over Newhall's head or land in his lap? It landed in his lap. He took 1 or 2 steps back and made the play. Half pop-up, half line drive for the 2nd out. That's the 7th play in 5 innings for Newhall. Assists and putouts. Hit on the ground. They're going to have to hurry. Good job by Domeno. No wasted motion. Went and got it in one motion through the runner out. Quick 1, 2, 3. 8 in a row retired by Falasca. Feehan is down in the 5th. And it may sound like a broken record, but for the 5th straight inning, St. Mary's has a chance to get on the board first. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 to face George Cicados, who has retired 10 in a row. He gave up a hit and a walk in the first inning, and St. Mary's hasn't had a base runner since. 3 straight 1, 2, 3 innings. And again, a massive humidity over at Manning Field with everybody running track. There's now 7 buses over at the Manning Field parking facility. So both parking lots jammed. We got a nice little crowd here watching this one. As I mentioned, Feehan brought a few people. And that's not going to Salem or Marblehead. That's a long trip to Bishop Feehan. Shane Newell's having a good game at first base with 7 plays already in 5 innings. Actually 8. He was called out on strikes his 1 trip. Fouls it back. Breaks over, but high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Newhall does it all lefty too. Hit on the ground to short. Nice pick at first base by Johnson. Throw from Mortis to shortstop was low, bounced, and Johnson at first made a nice pick to get the out, 6-3. Jared Payon bounced out 3rd to 1st. In for a strike. Punched out in front. Cicados lost his hat, but got to the ball and throws Payon out. 2 up, 2 down. Cam McGonigal, the right fielder. He does it all lefty too. Hit, throw. So lefty against lefty here. Low for a ball. Missing in tight. Three and 0. What's this 2-1? I didn't see the strike call. I'll go with the board. Swing and a miss. So Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That one bounces in. We got another full count. Hit in a right center field for a base hit. Second hit for the Spartans. Cicados had retired 12 in a row before that hit. Let's see if they try to get McGonigal to second base. Isaiah Weston flied to right field. Low for a ball. McGonigal not getting too far off first base with the left-handed pitcher. in for a strike. Top of the order, Tommy Velasco, the pitcher on deck. He's hoping he gets a shot. Up and away for a ball. The runner takes off, hit into right field for a base hit. Around second, going to third. St. Mary's will get the first runner at third base. The hit and run on. Feehan drilled it into right field. So Velasco has a chance to help himself. First and third with 2 outs. And now, do you send the runner if he goes? Do you try to throw him out with the runner at third? Do you let him go? Velasco was struck out and fly to center field. Hit foul back. Just to our right. That was enough that it could have come right in the press box. I hope my camera people are going to protect me. On the inside corner for a strike. Quickly 0-2. One swing of the bat by Velasco. One strike by Chicago's. The runner takes off. Hit foul. Michael DeMano on deck saying, I hope I get a shot, which could mean that St. Mary's took the lead. We're scoreless here in the fifth. St. Mary's has first and third with 2 outs. Hit up the middle for a base hit. Velasco helps himself. 3 straight hits with 2 outs. 2-out lightning by St. Mary's. Hit that right through the pitcher into center field. McGonigal scores the first run. St. Mary's grabs a 1-0 lead. And we're going to get a runner, I think, at first base for Velasco. Nick Mesano will run at first base. Domeno bunted for a hit and flied out to center field in his 2 trips. So St. Mary's breaks the ice, gets the run to take the lead. They throw it away. The first baseman was off the bag at first, trying to get the pinch runner to take a little bit of a lead. He tried to sneak in behind him. They threw the ball right to the bag. It popped away. And Weston will move over to third on the error. So first and third. And that one hits him. So 2-out lightning, the bases are loaded with a run in for Tad Giardina, who was struck out swinging twice. So the wheels kind of come off the wagon here for Chicago's. He'd given up a walk and a hit in the first inning, had retired 12 in a row. And then all of a sudden, single, 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 and now hit batsman. Hit foul back. Hit up in the air. The catcher looking to make the play, can't make it. That's a better play for the first baseman coming to the ball rather than the catcher chasing it. So Giardini gets a break. He'll get a chance to swing again. Hit in the air. Long run for the center fielder. Not going to get there. All the way to the fence. More two-out lightning for St. Mary's. A three-run triple for Giardina. He hit that a long way. All of a sudden, it's 4-0. Chop to third. And the first baseman, Johnson, had to dig that one out. So they finally get the third out. St. Mary sends 8 to the plate. 4 of them score. A bomb to left field by Tad Giardina. They had struck him out the first 2 times. He got even in his third trip, knocking in 3. All 4 coming with 2 outs. Single. Hit batsman extended the inning. And Giardina gets a triple to knock in 3. And St. Mary's finally breaks the ice. It's 4-0 St. Mary's at the end of 5. Top of the order for Feehan, who was into a 0-0 game. Now they find themselves having to play catch-up. They're trailing 4-0. Owen Morris, the shortstop, is struck out and sacrificed. The sacrifice was, he was almost looked like he was bunting for a hit, but Velasco made a nice play and threw him out at first base. He had credit for a sacrifice. Both pitches in the same spot, just missing outside. 2-0. Swing and a miss. Warm-up action in both bullpens. St. Mary's got somebody warming up. I don't know if it's Stoney, Josh Stoney. Warm-up action for Feehan as well. And that's ball 4. So Mortis reaches. Velasco had retired 7 in a row. Shane Evans is struck out and walked. He was the last base runner before Mortis just received that walk. Lines it foul over the Feehan dugout in the stands. Umpires, I think it was a young man keeping score for Feehan, was sitting on a chair outside the dugout. The umpire said, get the chair and get in the dugout. Curveball catches the outside corner for a strike. Diving back at first is Mortis. Mortis, the shortstop, is only a freshman. Dives back again. On the roster of the game, he's listed as a JV player, but obviously on the varsity playing shortstop. Swing and a miss. He chased that high fastball. Velasco keeps it going, at least 1 in every inning, after striking out the side in the first. 8 strikeouts. Ian Moser, the catcher. Now that I got that straight, They picked him off. No, they thought they had him. He looked like he was out. That was awful close. Missing wide for a ball. Moser was struck out twice. One swinging, one called. In for a strike. Morris is getting a workout at first base, diving back. Hit in the air. Second baseman way out. Weston way out in right field, making the play. We have an interested spectator who didn't buy a ticket to get in here, sitting on the backstop. There were two of them. One just flew away. The little bird sitting there taking everything in. On the corner for a strike. Ryan Elder is the DH hitting for the pitcher, is grounded to short and bounced to first. On the corner again, perfect pitch. The 0-2 pitch, high for a ball. Line foul down to that grassy knoll behind first base. Look at Manning Field back after all the rain, getting back into work over there at Manning Field. They got the track now. I was here Saturday for a classical game, and Saturday and Sunday the place was loaded with the youth football. Nice stop by Doney. There was football going on all day Saturday. So Manning Frazier will get back to being used. So Philosoph's going to have to come in with a pitch. He was ahead of him 0-2. Now the payoff pitch up and coming. He spent a lot of time worrying about that runner at first base. The runner takes off. And it's ball 4. So walk to start the inning. 2 quick outs, and I'll walk to prolong the inning. And we're going to get a runner at first base. Finn McHale, another freshman, running at first base. Off the catcher will move the runners up. So Feehan gets their first runner at third. Brings Derek Dana out of the dugout. Their second runner to second base. Feehan trying to eat into that 4-0 lead with a little two-out lightning of their own, helped out by 2 walks. Velasquez had retired 7 in a row coming into this inning. Walked the first batter, got the next 2, and then walked Elrich. And now McCaffrey, who was struck out and bounced to first, will be the hitter. Two outs, 2 on. St. Mary's leading at 4-0 here in the 6th inning. Swing and a miss. McCaffrey is the right fielder. Hit to center field. Giardina goes over and makes the play. He's an outstanding outfielder. Looked like it was in the gap in right center field. He got to it very quickly and took it away. So McCaffrey hit it well. Giardina took it away. Everybody kind of held their breath when the ball was hit, but Giardina makes the play, so the 2 walks don't hurt. Bishop Feehan thought they had something going. But they're down to 6. They're down to the last 3 outs. St. Mary's will have 5, 6, and 7 to face a new pitcher on the mound. Blake Derry is the new pitcher. So Zucato's went 5. First 4 were outstanding. Even into the 5th, he retired 12 in a row. Had given up only a hit and a walk, all in the first inning. And then the wheel came off the wagon in the bottom of the 5th. After 2 outs, 3 straight hits for St. Mary's. Then he hit Domeno with a pitch that extended the inning after St. Mary's got the 1-0 lead. It was still a game. And then Giardina made him pay for hitting Domeno. He drilled a long triple to left center field, knocking in 3 runs. And that's where we are, 4-0 St. Mary's as they hit in the bottom of the 5th inning. Seth Sullivan, the left fielder, will lead it off. He has struck out and grounded a short. And the third baseman is almost softball distance. Now he backs up a little bit. High for a ball. So Derry on the mound for Feehan, another lefty. High for a ball. 3 in a row out of the strike zone. In for a strike with Sullivan taking all the way. He'll be fussy here too. With the count 3-1. Terry was ready, now he steps off. Swung through that pitch and we had a full count. Yeah, that's ball 4. Carlos Della Rosa will hit for Newhall. Swing and a miss. Third baseman still shortened up. Swing and a miss again. The pitch was down and in. Derek Dana flashing signs, coaching third base. Sullivan gets a little bigger lead at first. Thought about pulling the trigger and held up. The pitch was up and away. Chased the pitch down and in. He can't go. It was in the dirt, but first base occupied. He can't go. Chased that pitch. Jerry Payon grounded to third, bounced to the pitcher. Hit a little tapper out in front. Zacatos made a nice defensive play on. So the game has been decided in 1 inning so far. Pitching other than the bottom of the 5th has been outstanding. Line. Terry bounced out of the way of that one. That was scary. That was right at his head. He bailed out that time. Line shot right by his ear into center field. Payon gets a base hit. 2 on, 1 out. Cam McGonigal started the big 4-run inning with a 2-out single, and he scored the first run. Jaden Driscoll at first base, running for Payon. Off the catcher to the backstop. The runners will move up. So McGonigal with a chance for an RBI or two. The Shamrocks bring their infield in. Squared like he was going to try and bunt for a run. Pulled it back. This is not McGonigal. Hit to second base, off the second baseman. They're not going to make a play. That was Devin Duvall. He gets the base hit in the RBI. First baseman went to get it. Nobody at first base to cover. Just a little tap to the right side. St. Mary's gives Velasco another run to work with. Hit to third. They throw it home. They throw it wide. Driscoll scoots home. The error will bring the run in. Throw wasn't close to home plate to the first base side. Driscoll slides in safely. In for a strike. Tommy Velasco got the big 2-out hit in the 5th inning to drive in the first run. They added 3 more on Giardina's triple in that inning. Now they're having another inning. Chased that pitch. That was a late swing. So it was Duvall hitting from McGonigal. Is that little love tap to second base? He beat it for a base hit. Chop foul at home plate. So Derek Dana going to his bench here in the bottom of the 6th, paying off. Driscoll pinch running, scored. Duvall pinch hitting, got a hit. Chased that pitch down and in. In on the hand, swung right through it. Second strikeout in the inning for Derry. Michael Domeno singled, fly to center, got hit by a pitch, and that was huge. The hit batter prolonged the inning, allowed Giardina to hit, and he got a 3 RBI triple to break the game open. Now they throw the ball into center field. So second error in the inning takes away the force at any base in the infield. Puts runners at second and third for Domeno. Missing wide for a ball. Squid like he was going to bunt. They throw him out at third base. So they get out of the inning, but not before St. Mary's gets 2 more. St. Mary's 3 outs away from going over 500, picking up their 7th win. They lead it now 6-0 going into the 7th. We move into the 7th. Bishop Feehan needs a rally. They're down 6-0. Alaska gave up a 2-out single in the 2nd, a 1-out single in the 3rd. The only other base runners was a 2-out walk in the 3rd. And 2 walks in the sixth. Took a good look at that one. It was up and away. Didn't miss by much. Brandon May got the first hit, got the 2-out single in the second. He struck out swinging his last time up. Hit to left center field. That's in the gap. All the way back to the fence. He's in with a stand-up double. He's got his second hit. But they need a lot more. Damon Fournette lined to center field. Struck out swinging, was thrown out by the catcher Doney, the first baseman Newhall. So a solid shot by May. He gets his second hit. In for a strike. Quickly 0-2. Called third strike. He looked at that one. So assuming this is the last inning, Velasquez has got at least one strikeout in every inning. Right? Jasami is the pinch hitter, hitting for Cody. In for a strike. Hit foul past third base. That was close. Skidded right along. Kicked out just before it got to third base. 0-2 the count. Off the catcher's glove. That'll be a pass ball. Don't even have to get it. He had it. Picked off his glove. So Feehan has a runner at third with one out. 1-2 the count. It was a little bit high, but Doney could have handled it. Hit in the air to deep left field. That's over everybody. All the way back to the fence. Second double in the inning. So that breaks the ice. Derek Dana coming out of the dugout. They've had warm-up action in the bullpen. Let's see what Coach Dana does. He was almost unhittable through 6 innings. They had a base runner with 2 outs in the second. They had 2 base runners with 2 outs in the third. They didn't get another base runner until the 5th. Went back-to-back walks, but the second walk came with 2 outs, and they get out of the inning. And they're going to stay with Velasquez. He had given up only 2 base hits. and was pitching a shutout until May got that double, and then the pass ball moved him over to third. He would have scored easily anyway. On Jasami's booming triple. Hit to third. They throw the runner out. Johnson gets thrown out by Feehan to Newhall for the second out. Cody was way off second base. They probably, not Cody, Jasami was way off second. They probably could have knocked him down, but they just want to get an out. Owen Mortis struck out, sacrificed, walked. Swing and a miss. So, Feehan down to their last out. They broke the ice and scored, but they're not close, trailing 6-1. Slice to left field, long run. Left fielder Sullivan gets there and makes the play. Nice running catch by Sullivan for the third out. St. Mary's will get the win. They'll move over 500 to 7-6. Feehan will drop under 500 to 6-7. And it was all really done in one inning. St. Mary's, both Sagatos and Falaska breezing along through 4 innings. Into the fifth, Sagatos had retired 12 in a row. And then it went kind of south for Feehan with 2 outs. McGonigal singled, Weston singled, Falaska singled up the middle to knock in the first run. A hit batsman extended the inning, loaded the bases, and Giardina emptied the bases with a booming triple over the left field, hit the left center field to the fence. For 3 runs, it was 4-0. They added 2 in the 6th. Seth Sullivan led with a walk after an out. Feehan got a base hit. McGonigal got a base hit. The runner coming home was an easy out, but they threw the ball away at the plate, wide out the first base side. Driscoll slid home easily. After Duvall had bounced a ground ball, pinch hitting to the right side for an RBI, and the error brought in the second run to make it 6-0. 2 doubles in the 7th got Feehan on the board. But Falaska finished it up with an outstanding performance. He struck out 9. He walked 3, gave up the 1 run that was earned, and got a big win for St. Mary's to get them to 7-6. For St. Mary's, Falaska got the big hit with 2 outs to start that 4-run inning, knocking in a run. He scored a run. DeMano had single. He got hit by the pitch that extended that inning, allowed Giardina to hit to get the triple for the 3 RBI. He had a base hit, scored a run. Giardina had the 3 RBI triple. Seth Sullivan drew a walk and scored a run. Feehan had a base hit, and Jaden Driscoll running for him scored a run. Duvall had that infield hit, getting an RBI, and Weston had a base hit, reached on an error, and scored a run. And that big 4-run 5th inning was the difference. Pitching was solid through 4, and through 4 2/3 for Bishop Feehan. But then with 2 out lightning, 3 straight singles. The hit batsman extended the inning. Giardina made him pay with a big RBI triple, and then a walk and a couple of errors hurt Feehan. Gave St. Mary's 2 more. They broke the ice against Falaska in the 7th with back-to-back doubles, but too little too late as Falaska gets the win. He gives up 4 hits. He only gave up 2 hits going in the 7th. He gave up 2 hits in the 7th. So he pitches a 4-hitter, strikes out 9, walks 3, and gets the win for St. Mary's to push them to 7-6. Feehan, as I mentioned, will drop to 7-7. So both teams will be 7-7. I think I said 6-7 for Feehan. They're 7-7. St. Mary's 7-7. So St. Mary's wins it, getting 4 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and they win it going away 6-1 over Feehan for a big Catholic Central League win. 6-1, St. Mary's over Feehan. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.